So, Dennis, what is the one key takeaway from your book that Westerners should keep in mind when they're thinking about Egyptian politics?
The major thing that happened during the course of this particular Egyptian revolution was the people had had enough. And there was a moment, I think it was in the fourth day, when they had just come from Friday evening prayers, afternoon prayers actually, and were coming up against a group of Mubarak's police in the form of armored vehicles and water cannons on the bridge over the Nile. And what they did was they basically prostrated themselves in prayer. And what happened was the police fired the water cannons on the prostrate Muslims who were deep in prayer. And the reaction was, as you can imagine, quite predictable. They literally charged all of the police. You see various photographs of them throwing vehicles off of the bridge into the water, and they basically chased the police off the bridge and managed to run right into Tahrir Square, which was where the occupation would be for another 14 days, excuse me, before Mubarak would resign. So there is a point in everybody's life, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, where enough is enough. And this was the breaking point for most of the people, because for the 3 days prior to this day, the secret police had been chasing around organizers, anybody headed towards the square. Remember, there was a executive order that had been around for quite some time, actually an emergency order saying that no more than 3 people can ever gather anywhere, and under threat of arrest and detainment by the police. And as groups of people started to march and head towards Tahrir Square for January 25th and 26th and 27th, when they were actually on the move, they were chased hither and yon by the secret police and literally had the crap beaten out of them. I mean, many of them were put in the hospital. Some of them were killed. Those that were taken into custody were sent to this special police headquarters where there were signs of torture and all sorts of things. And their basic purpose was to stop this revolution, to stop this protest. And it had the opposite effect. The more they abused the individuals, the more they abused the people, the greater the resolve came. And as time went by, I mean, I think it was day 8 or 9 of the revolution, might even a day later than that, they were peacefully assembled in the square, and the police came through on horseback and camel, beating people until they rose up and stopped those police officers and beat them within an inch of their life. So each acceleration, each situation where more and more abuse was being heaped on the citizenry, more people showed up in Tahrir Square, in Alexandria, in all of the major cities day after day after day. This was genuinely a people's uprising of anger and fury, for lack of a better word, towards what was happening.